Hi, safety officer. You know, MSD, its importance. We can call it as a material safety data sheet. Every safety department or safety professional must know the MSD. It's a mandatory to have the MSD for what all hazardous chemicals are using within the company or organization. So when whatever chemicals you are using, you must have a material safety data sheet. This material safety data sheet you have to keep it wherever the storage and handling of that particular chemical is there. You have to keep the posters of material safety data sheet in that areas. It explains about the properties of that chemicals. It explains about the in case of accidental spillage, what will you have to do? In case of accidental exposure, what you have to do immediately as an emergency step? How you have to handle with the PPEs and how much you have to concentrate in that chemical. In case of eye, what steps you have to take? In case of spillage on skin, what steps you have to take? In case of you are disposing that chemical, so what are the steps you have to take for environmental protection? So these all the things are there in that material safety data sheet. It explains the health safety part and environment part. The material safety data sheet is must because it has the chemical properties, how you have to interact, human interaction with the chemicals. People does not know how to handle the chemical. Some of them deadly poisonous, some of them poisonous, some of them react with the body, react with the skin, react with the eyes. So these all the proactive steps you have to take being a safety professional or safety officer. So this has to be trained, all the chemicals, what all you are handling there in that project site or company, you have to train the people about the MSDs, exposure, chemical properties, in case of accidental spillage. Then in case of disposing, you cannot simply dispose as like a wastewater. It's a totally a chemical. It will spoil the environment. Then in case of regulatory authority catching you, there will be a fine and penalty, and there are a lot of action to be taken. So the MSD is very very important being a company. Whatever chemicals you are regularly using, so you must have a MSD. This MSD is material safety data sheet containing the all proactive steps to conserve the environment, to save the people. These things you have to train the employees, those who are working under one organization, whether they are exposed or not. It's not a matter, but everyone has to be trained. And then when you are disposing the chemical, you have to properly dispose. How much quantity you are generating that chemical, even wastewater, you cannot simply dispose with the water, it will not be allowed. So whatever the chemical you are using, even if it's water mixing, you have to make it separate sump or tank. You have to collect it and dispose it in a proper environmentally feasible manner. So you have to tie up with the hazardous material handler. So there are rules also there. In that MSD also it's mentioned that how the chemical stored, how the chemical transported, how you have to disposed. This information all available in that. So when you are collecting this chemical wastewater, you have to tie up with the environmental companies for those who are handling and properly disposing, treating and disposing, and then you have to be get it some informative documents. In that document is main for compliance, the legal compliance, environmental compliance. That document will speak. If someone asks common environmental from environmental pollution control boards or EPA, they are coming and asking you how you are disposing, means you have to show the how much quantity you are generating per month and how much from whom you have made a contract, after made your contract, and then how much quantity it disposed, and how the logistic happen, how the transport done. So these all the information must be there. So these are the simple explanation about MSD. You must know it. Just watch this channel continuously and get the updates and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thanks.